Hello, you're welcome to Laprinzo Wealth Academy. My name is Prince Ikilowe. Today, I don't know when you're watching the video, I'm going to be analyzing some of these currencies and perhaps maybe indices. I'm going to show you how I analyze my market. This is what I call pure price action without using any indicator. If you are new to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel so that whenever I post videos like this, you will know, and also click on the notification bell because here I give you price action analysis without using any indicator. If you look at my currency, my chart rather, you're not seeing any indicator. There's no rubber, there's no indicator. It's pure price action strategy. So let's get started. I'm going to start with gold right now. All right, so as most of you have watched my videos, I usually do my analysis with a higher time frame. So if you look at this gold right now, let me go back. Let me go to monthly time frame first of all. I look at the market based on the monthly time frame, and I can see that on the monthly time frame, market has places, market has touched and touched, turned back repeatedly. I call these tradable points or zones where you can uh, make a decision based on the fact that price are on this zone. So if you look at this place right now, this is a very clear zone. All right, it's a zone. They are not straight lines, they are zones where price has touched and of course bounce back. So you want to make your decision based on those places. You're not making any decision except price is on a zone. I want you to take this word very seriously. I want you to take this word very seriously. You're going to make your trading decisions only when price is on a zone. If price is not on a zone, you are not going to make any trading decision. That is very clear. I hope it's very clear to you. So I'm going to map out these zones for you to see clearly, and you're going to see them first of all from the monthly time frame perspective, and then I also bring them down to the 1 hour. I mean the one week, weekly, or even daily time frame. So if you look at it here, this is good. This is clearly a very um, clear zone where price is bouncing back or price has been bouncing back. So um, let me go back to weekly now. First, I'm going to lock this. So okay, this is a weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, you can clearly see that the market is ranging between these two zones. All right, market is ranging between these two zones, and price, it has been an uptrend, no doubt, but price got to this point. All right, it got here, it got after here, it got rejected. This was August 2020, and price got to this point again February 28th. It got rejected, and ever since price has been coming down all the way here. So let me map up my turning points. Then I'm also going to use my trend line in addition to trade this market. I also use Fibonacci retracement, but this market right now, I'm going to just show you places where you have interest. You should have interest to trade this market. This is clearly a very clear uh, zone. I'm going to lock it here. Okay, so this is one this weekly time frame. I will take it back to also daily. All right, now I'm going to draw trend line now because because the market has formed a trend, of course. Because if you are not familiar with a trend is when prior market does higher highs, higher lows. This is an uptrend, right? But a downtrend is when price do lower low and lower highs. So this market seems to have done lower low and lower high. So if you look at it here, price went up here. Oh, me. All right. If you look at price market here, went, it got to this zone, all right? It went up. Now you can say, okay, check number one. This is check number one. I'm using higher time frame. Remember, price did another push down again, another lower low. Now you can now say, okay, an uptrend, a downtrend. Officially, I can draw my trend line. All right, you can see that I'm using a higher time frame to draw my trend line. You can now say, okay, I'm going to buy, I'm going to sell the pullback, the first one, the second one. All right, now I'm going to sell this pullback. So if you look at this very well now, this is when you can say, okay, let me draw my trend line. All right, this is weekly time frame. I'm using weekly time frame to do this analysis. Let me draw my trend line. So when I draw my trend lines, I'm going to buy if price move back to touch my trend line. And if you look at this market clearly, you can see that today, this is Friday, market has closed. Friday market has closed, and this market has touched the trend line. And when price touches the trend line, it doesn't mean you will just buy or sell, but you need a candlestick formation to give you the signal to sell. And if you look at this candlestick right now, this weekly candlestick, let me zoom it a little bit. You can clearly see that gold has given us a very nice bearish engulfing, very, very bearish engulfing. A engulfing candlestick is when the one that comes before it is smaller and the one that forms is bigger. So this is a signal. This is a selling signal. So what I'm saying is that price may likely continue selling to this zone. Maybe price may come down here. All right. Price may come down here. Either return back or it will do this again. Then keep going down. Anything can happen. Nothing is 100% certain, but it is a probability. All right. So at this junction, what are you going to do? You're going to place your trade. You're going to place your trade. If you are selling here, your stop loss may be up here. All right. So this market is a very, very good place to sell right now. It's a very, very good place. In my own opinion, it's a very good place to sell. So before you even sell this market, I want to give you a tool that I've also introduced on this channel that you need to use. So let me use this DSY, dollar cost average, dollar index currency rather. This is Bitcoin chart. So if I go to my DSY, dollar index, dollar currency index, right? You want to use this tool. It's very, very important that you use this tool. So if you look at this dollar currency index chart now, this is a daily time frame. Let's go to weekly time frame. Because anything you see here, all right, this is the movement of the dollar. Now this market is still bullish. It's still bullish and uptrend. So if this is when you seen the gold was going up, that was when this market was doing a pullback. If I go to my gold chart now, you see this pullback that was happening, this movement that was happening. This was when this dollar was actually doing a pullback. So now that the dollar has given us a bullish sentiment, a bullish candlestick here, that is why you see that gold is also giving us a bearish sentiment. So you need to, if you are trading any currency pair that has to do with US dollar, you need to have this. Let me also show you another one again. Maybe GBP USD or even Euro USD will still give you the same formation. All right, look at Euro USD. Okay, let me give you GBP. Let me show you GBP USD. This thing applies to GBP USD. All right, so you can see this GBP USD, it's the same thing. Why? Because you see there was a pullback here. When that pullback happened, that's because the dollar index was giving us a pullback. It was coming down. So if dollar is your if dollar is your code currency is the one on the left. Like this one now, dollar is the code currency. So if dollar is your code currency and dollar index shows that dollar is going up, it means that the currency pair will be going down. So that is why you see the movement is similar to even gold. Look at it, they are all similar because of what? They are connected to the US dollar. So before, what I'm saying is that before you place a trade, before you do anything analysis, always if you are trading dollar, gold dollar, or maybe GBP and GBP USD, or any currency pair that has to do with the US dollar, always use this DSY to see the direction of the dollar. So most likely this dollar index, let's even see the history of this market. Let's see in the history of this market. Okay. This is where it turned the other time. Most likely it will turn from here. So we may be expecting gold. We'll be expecting gold. This market may maybe come a little bit next week. So we may be expecting gold to still fall down here, maybe here. Most likely it will fall here, except this US dollar break through this zone and come back for a retest. So if it breaks through this zone, all right, you need to wait, you need to do this, before going up. So if that happens, that means that even the gold will do this. If it breaks through this zone next week, it will do this. All right, then come to the downside. So this is very easy to analyze. There is no indicator. You can see that it is very, very clear. No difficulty in here. You just use higher time frame to determine the movement of this market. So let me go back to daily time frame now. If you were using a daily time frame, you're going to have an early entry. All right. So for you to have an early entry for that trade, that's why it is good to use the higher time frame to know the direction of the market, to draw your trend line, to know the zones, to trade right now. Ideally, this would have been your entering point. This particular candlestick would have been your entry point. Once you enter from here, right, your stop loss would have been above here, then your take profit would have been here. That is how you are supposed to trade, using a higher time frame to see the direction of the trend. And then you compare, if you are trading US dollar, you compare it with the dollar chart, so you know the direction of the market. Right now, those people took the trade. This market has been going. This is on the 15th of August. So since this was the confirmation candlestick, this one here. So if you have allowed that candlestick to close that day, your take profit, your stop loss would have been above here. All right, a little bit above, not too tight. Then your take profit would have been here. Here, stop loss. And you make stop loss red. Okay. So this is how you trade. You don't have any indicator. Now you have used this daily time frames, weekly time frames. I'm not analyzing the market with 4 hours time frame. For instance, I may just use this 4 hour time frame to, let's say, jump on board. All right. If you look at the 4 hours show that, see if the market was doing higher high and higher lows, as if the market was going to the upside, was an uptrend. All right. 4 hours, you can be using it to scalping, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to catch massive pips, you need to go and use a higher time frame, like the weekly. Start from the monthly, like you see what I did. Started with the monthly, weekly, and now I broke it down all the way to daily time frame, and I make my trading decision based on daily time frame. So this is where you are supposed to. I am in profit for this trade because of what I sold from here. I am in profit, massive profit. It is my take profit is down here. So that is how you place your trade. And with this way of trading, you are very safe with proper risk management. But before you trade, of course, news is very important. You need to also check fundamental. That's why you must use what's it called? Forex Factory or investing.com to see the news that may come up to give you temporary, you know, if the chart is correct, but temporarily, if the news is out, you can temporarily, you know, the price may move to the different direction that is not in line with what you have analyzed. So this is how you analyze this gold. You can see US dollar and GBP USD as well. If I go to daily time frame, it's the same thing. So even daily, if US dollar here, get it here, even for the US dollar, this would have been the the signal. This would have been the signal. The small candlestick here would have been a good signal for you to sell. Or if you are conservative, this would have given another signal for you to sell. You see, price started coming down after that formation. So let me also show you indices. All right, I'm going to show you this on indices. So this is V75. For those of you who are trading indices, let me go to daily time frame. Now, if you look at this daily time frame, also market has been touching these zones. These are zones. You can see that market touched this zone, it bounces back. Start, let's see with weekly. Okay, weekly there's not much history, but so in the indices, I like to start with daily time frame. All right, I like to start indices with daily time frame. So you can see that with this daily time frame, this is where price touch and bounce back. Look at it again, price go to this point. Now it is reacting. Let me even go back. You can see how this place for is a very strong zone for this market to be reacting. Seeing how this market has been reacting on this also by simply by mapping out this zone. See, you know, if forex is not something that you need to learn. So a lot of people thought I will have to learn everything. I have to do use indicators, robots. See, it is very easy if you just master this way of trading. This way of trading using price action to know the determination of the market using price action, no indicator, just price action. The highest I can use is Fibonacci retracement tool. All right, I'm going to come with a video on how you can effectively use Fibonacci um, on this platform. You see it here, price was coming down here, it got here, it went up, it gave us a double bottom. As price gave us a double bottom, this was the confirmation candlestick. And you see what? Price went all the way up, all the way up to the upside. Now it touched to that same zone. It got there and it came back. So here was you have to make a decision on these places. So you don't trade except price is on a zone. Like now, this is the best place to trade. Like if this daily candlestick closes bullish, is a clear buying opportunity for you to trade. So you buy. If this market closes like this, it is a clear buying opportunity. Why? Because price has done this in the past before. You have to put a stop loss because nothing is 100% certain. Stop loss could be here. All right. It shouldn't be too obvious. Then you take profit per house. Maybe you look for the smaller a nearby zone because it will go definitely to the next zone to do a pullback, even if it will continue. Let's this is the pull, this is the next zone. Look at it here. Right? Look at it here. It held here. That was February 2022. It held here. It held here. It held here. Because it held here. So this is another zone. So if you are buying right now, if this candlestick closes bullish, this day closes bullish, if you buy, your next take profit perhaps is here. I can also see another minor zone here. I can also see another minor zone here. Here. This. This is also another minor zone. So you go back to 4 hours now. to check all these places you have mapped out. You see? So the best thing is to use a higher time frame to analyze the market and then use smaller time frame to jump on board. Like now, if somebody who was watching this market with a smaller time frame would have jumped on board, let's even go to 1 hour time frame. You would have jumped on board and cashed some pips. All right, make some quick money before price may come to this place before retesting, before going down, and then if you want to go up, it will go up again. So I hope this video has helped you. If this video helps you in any way, please write comment on the video, say your opinion. If you have been using this pattern of trading to make money, I want you to comment on the video on this channel how these videos have helped you, so that it will enable me to motivate me, of course, to be posting more video, because this is how I trade, and I've taught this to people. All the people who have used this strategy, none of them has come to say it doesn't work. So you can as well try it with your fundamental in forex, but in indices it doesn't have any fundamental. That is another beauty about trading the indices. So guys, thank you again once again for watching. Once again, subscribe to this channel, like the video, share with other people. This will help the YouTube algorithm to show this video to more people. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.